It's been a good 2 months since the launch of Warlords of New York was released. We didn't want to throw out our review until we had a chance to get into most of the new content. We are now in a place where we feel comfortable in giving the DLC a just review. So without drawing it out, and hopefully we will be done before this fast challenge mission is complete, what does Warlords of New York bring to the Division 2? If you look on the DLC store page on PSN, it doesn't paint a very deep picture. New story, a level 30 boost, new map. So let's hit on those first. For one, the level 30 boost allows you to boost a character to level 30, at which point you choose to either skip the main campaign and head straight into Warlords, or play through the original campaign. Although we didn't boost any character, two things came to mind. One, if you are playing with friends, it is a nice feature if you want to catch them up. However, we fail to see the point of boosting a level 30 character to play the original campaign. It is nice to have the option, but in general feels like a waste of resources. The story expands on the original, and we find ourselves going back into New York to hunt down the rogue agent Coney, who for the most part is a more fleshed out villain than what we saw in the original story, constantly showing up in voiceovers, echoes, etc. before your inevitable showdown. I definitely had more fun with the story of Warlords of New York than I did with the core game. Every goal, every character arc felt like a mini war raging in the heart of New York as you progress to the end goal. Also, unlike most DLCs these days, it didn't seem rushed or incomplete. The conclusion ties things up nicely while throwing the door wide open for future expansions. Coney is a rogue agent who is followed by his 4 lieutenants. But once the story is done, it doesn't stop there. Like most games before it, the Division 2 introduces seasons. Like other games, the season has 2 leveling paths, a free loot-based path and a premium path, offering cosmetic items and wraps. With the purchase of Warlords of New York, you are given access to the premium pass for 1 season, allowing you to see if the premium pass is for you. And although not a fan of the concept of season passes, not making it tacked behind a paywall is a nice feature, meaning you can gain access to all the season features without having to shell out. That being said, if the premium pass for future seasons is below €20, I will happily put the money down for the constant ticking cosmetic loot, which serves to spur you on to your next weapon or gear drop. The seasons themselves are set up in the same way as the main expansion campaign, with 4 lieutenants to take out over the course of 3 months. Once all 4 are down, the commander is vulnerable. But the game slows this down for the player by making the lieutenants accessible one after the other every 2 weeks, with the final one appearing in the final week of the season. Every other week during the season, different tasks or objectives become available, giving you something to do every week you log in. It also introduces what Ubisoft are calling Leagues, a 2-week event that adds another level of progression and giving you even more tasks to complete, such as completing challenging missions within a certain time limit. Even a gamer such as Shift, who doesn't enjoy playing under pressure, enjoyed playing these timed tasks. Lastly, with the seasons, it gives an opportunity for the developers to introduce new game mechanics. At the time of writing this review, we are waiting for the reanimated game type, which I can only assume will mean headshots only. All these new activities take place over DC and the New York map. While New York isn't as big as the DC map, it still adds a new environment to run around in, feeling big enough to hold the 5 antagonists, but isn't big to the point of feeling unnecessary. With a new map comes new echoes and recordings to find, but most, like before, are stumbled across as you traverse the environment on your hunt for Coney. At its core, the Division 2 Warlords of New York is a completely different beast from the main game. The characters are more fleshed out, the story more fluid and progressive. Leveling from 30 to 40 is smooth, with no grinding feeling fresh. We experienced a few connection issues when joining groups, however, that is likely due to our own connection to the servers. Arankina is a great addition to the story, and the seasons add even more content, which feels neither forced yet necessary for keeping us coming back to get that one last cash. If you picked up the Division 2 on launch, or if you are new to the franchise, we 100% recommend giving Warlords of New York a shot, and if Seasons is where the series is heading, provided Ubisoft don't try and milk the money cow, I welcome the addition. If you like this review, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more on the Division 2, with live streams and content updates. And if you would like to see what time we finish the mission, keep watching. I'm Purple Prefect, and I hope to see you around.
Ready for you. Expect contact right inside the old park. Not only did he manipulate the Black Tusk, he suckered us too. At least we have Chernenko and can find out what he knows. It's pretty clear that Keener is planning something big. With Chernenko's intel,